They're here.
And what is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ghost
Frickin'
Talking. This is Ghost Frickin' Talking coming to you live on
Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th here in, I don't know, the Midwest. Friday the 13th on the Midwest. And what's also cool about it is that outside, we can't see it tonight because it's cloudy and nasty and rainy, but it is a full moon as well. Oh, yes. So not only do we have, it's Friday the 13th, but we have a full moon, and it's a harvest moon. So it looked really creepy yesterday, right?
Yes.
So we are bringing you our Friday the 13th special. I am your humble host. My name is Nick.
And I am Trenton.
And you sound a little sick today, man.
I am. So I probably won't talk a lot. So.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, that's how he's talking. A bug got you this week, huh?
Yeah. School.
Yeah. Go back to school and you get sick. Because school is not cool. So we are having the chat open tonight because we are coming to you live here on YouTube tonight. So if you are listening to this via podcast later on, make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel so when these opportunities come up to talk to you, the fans, you can also come and talk to us live. We come to you live the first Monday of every month, but we have periodically popped up with specials like this. How could we pass up Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
So if you guys do go to YouTube, make sure to hit that subscription button and hit that
notification bell so you get notified when we push out a new video.
There you go. All right, so we do have somebody already in the chat, and his name is Frank17 II. He says, "Hey, this morning my lunchbox simultaneously slid off the kitchen table."
It's Jason. Jason's coming after you.
Jason. All right, so what we're going to do tonight, I don't know if we're going to go our usual full hour, but we have a couple of things tonight. I want to talk, since it is Friday the 13th, I want to talk superstitions.
She's in a superstition. No, that's the
Black
only thing
cats and voodoo dolls.
That's the only thing that was playing through my head as you said that to me, what we were doing today. So I was just like...
Yeah, you started singing who? It wasn't Bon Jovi. What was his name? I don't know. The She Bangs.
I don't know. I only know
Ricky Martin.
Donkey.
She's into superstitions. Oh yeah, that's the only way you know it is, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I do want to talk superstition. I can't even talk tonight.
Today,
I'm not the one that's sick. I want to talk superstitions tonight since it is Friday the 13th. And to close out the show, we are going to bring a fan favorite out. We are bringing you the Spirit Box. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are bringing out the Spirit Box to see if we can't talk to the spirits here on Friday the 13th.
I might actually leave the room for that one.
Why is that?
Because my head hurts.
You can't leave, man, because you got to be my second set of ears. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got to hold on to this one, man. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in here on YouTube or wherever you guys are listening to us via podcast. All right, guys. So when it's Friday the 13th, a lot of people, if you have a Facebook account, you would have seen Jason everywhere. Everywhere it's like, ooh, Jason. The one I liked was Michael Myers was sitting at a computer, and Jason was behind him, and he was going, Mike. Guess what day it is, Mike? Guess what day it is? And so that was awesome. So I've seen a bunch of cool items out there. On our Brickhead family channel, I did post a obligatory Jason photo of him in minifigure form going after some Lego friends.
Yeah.
So I did that today. But all right, Friday the 13th. It's become practically known because of the movie franchise, which I don't know. They got like 10, 50, 70, 80, 100 movies towards it, and a failed reboot a few years ago as well.
Isn't that Rob Zombies or something like that?
No. Rob Zombie did Halloween.
That's what I thought.
He tried to reboot tried. I liked it. I like the Rob Zombie Halloweens, but it pretty much failed. They got two out of them, but no, they tried to reboot Jason. I don't know. I think it was like 2008, somewhere around there. They took the guy from Supernatural and made him like the lead character there. And I like the movie. I personally like the movie, and I thought they could have spun off into more, but they just kind of killed it from there. Brick Ninja, what movie? LOL, just kidding.
I would really like to see, how like they had like Freddy versus Jason and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just tie in everyone.
Tie in all the movie franchises and just have one big ass brawl.
Just like the one big storyline, and then like they all come together into like, yeah.
All right. Cool. Did we get a definitive winner versus Freddy versus Jason?
No, not really.
Yeah,
Jason cut off his head, and then it's just like, yo. Freddy's like, wink.
Yeah. So I would have thought that in the end Jason was the winner in that movie, as what I take it as. But I more feel like it's at the end of that movie, Jason comes out of the water because they're in purgatory or whatever they're at, and they're just gonna forever battle that battle forever and ever. So you want to see an all-out like a Hunger Games of horror movie characters?
That would be pretty epic.
All right, I am a huge Freddy Krueger fan. That is my guy. But who would you put your money on in the Hunger Games of horror movie characters? Let's just whatever horror movie characters you want. Maybe Jason. We got Freddy, Pinhead. Let's see who we throw Chucky in there. That fucking freaky clown. Not Pennywise. Well, I guess we could throw Pennywise in, but that remember that one really fucked up movie we watched on Netflix? They had that clown guy where he was at like that pizza parlor and he was checking out the chicks that they're going trick-or-treating and stuff, and then he ended up hacking them up.
That movie. I don't remember what it's called, but that was so weird.
Yeah, it was
weird.
Dude, I love that movie. I forget what it's called all of a sudden, but that movie was fucking freaky, dude. It was a bloody thirsty one. And all right, so in the chat, we are getting some horror movie characters that people want to see. They want to see Pinhead, Leatherface. I always forget the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just because he's never been one of my favorite characters. So we got the Sinister. Yeah, Sinister's all right. But I don't know. I don't know if Sinister would make it into my Hunger Games.
I think that last 3 people to go into the Hunger Games would be the last people to survive in the Hunger Games are Michael Myers, Jason, and Freddy.
You think the big
three? The big three would stick it out, and then they have the little brawl. But then, in my mind, I would say Michael Myers would win.
Michael Myers, F and F in good griff. F and F, good griff, Nick Taco. I don't know what Dude is saying. It's Friday night, so he must be hitting the sauce. But yeah, the Hunger Games wise, I think I would definitely say my winner would, my money is always going to be on Freddy, but he pushed out and got his ass whooped by Jason. So I don't know where my partner went. He just got up and disappeared. No saying goodbye or anything like that. I think we kind of scared him off. Now I see what he's doing. He's got said ruddy nose. He's dying, but he's going to be a trooper here, and he's gonna sit back down and finish this podcast. So, but I don't know how we got onto this whole horror movie thing. I forgot because I wanted to talk about superstitions. Because it is Friday the 13th. It is a full moon. And like that's what it was. I started talking about why we got Friday the 13th. I don't know if you can do me another favor before you sit down. Actually, okay. Shut that door because I hear nothing but YouTube being played in the other room here. All right, so this is what happens when you have a live streaming. All right, we either have dogs barking or we have loud YouTuber kids screaming in the other room. All right. Friday the 13th, made famous from the movies, but the number 13 has always been a superstition number. Did you know that in buildings, they will not, you know how when you go to floor 5, floor 6, floor 7, there's not a floor 13. They skip from 11, or no, they skip from 12. There's no floor 13. It goes from 12 to 14.
Why?
Because of the whole superstition thing, though. If you look at the elevator buttons, you will not find a 13 button. There is not the 13th floor.
Why is there no 13?
Because the 13 has always been the superstition number. I don't know, dude. Does it look like I fucking build buildings?
I mean, but still, you would always have if you had 14 floors, you would still have.
Yeah, you would still
14
have
floors.
14 floors. You don't have 13 floors and one mystery one, right?
Yeah.
All right. So in the chat, Dude Jude says, "How are you tonight?" And you are sick. And it looks like you're barely even hanging on here.
No, I am sick. It's just. I'm a trooper. I can handle this.
All right. Because you look so blown out tonight. Really, I thought 13 was lucky. 13 is the most unluckiest number and the number one. I know why, Nick Taco. Dude Jude's going to tell us why the number 13 is so bad. So let's hear what Dude Jude has to say in the chat. He's gonna spit his knowledge at us. So come on.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. But black cats. Have any black cats crossed your path today?
No, but we had a black cat. I mean, that's the only time I've ever seen a black cat, basically.
Your grandma had a black cat. Do you remember Shadow?
Shadow, yeah, but we had. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Because we had Blackjack. Blackjack was ours.
We had Blackjack and some other black cat.
Other black cat?
Yeah, we had 2 black cats.
Did we have 2 black cats?
We had Blackjack and someone else.
I don't remember a second black cat.
I do.
Dude Jude says it's his lucky number, so that was his vast knowledge right there. All right. So, the superstitions. You have the number 13. You have, what was it? If you break a mirror, you get 7 years bad luck. You don't walk underneath ladders. Do you believe in superstitions like this?
Some superstitions, yes. Some superstitions, no.
So you don't think if you break a mirror, you're not gonna get 7 years bad luck?
Don't understand why I would.
If that's the case, I don't know if you remember your mom had this huge floor length mirror.
Yeah.
It was like taller than me, right?
Yeah.
And I fucking broke it.
Yeah.
I think that I would have been dead or had a curse on myself for at least 50 years after breaking that one. Well, at least your mom made a curse on me for a long time. She never let me live that one down. That's for sure. Frank 17 2 said, I believe in some superstitions. So what, Frank? What superstitions do you believe in? Because I'm not a big believer in superstitions. Another one was knock on wood, right?
I thought that was just something you say.
Yeah, I thought it was something you said too, but some people are superstitious with that. Sports stars go into superstitions big time, where they have to either wear. Let's say they did good one week, they have to make sure that they don't wash their jockstrap or that jersey or something like that to wear the next one. And let's say they have 2 good games in a row, then they're like, oh fuck, this is my thing, and they don't wash that jockstrap for another fucking entire season. That's kind of gross.
That is kind of grody.
That's kind of superstition is disgusting. So let's see what other superstitions are out there. A lot of people hold their breaths going through tunnels.
Really?
Yeah. Because going through tunnels or going over bridges. That's a superstition that's out there. That it's just weird how many these superstitions that are out there that people truly believe in. And some of these superstitions back in the day, people used to base their lives on.
Yeah, I read about that. I learned about that a while back, but
yeah, it's like because I think that's how people would freak out their kids to keep them being good and stuff like that. It's be like, oh, if you don't eat your carrots, you're gonna go blind.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Dude Jude in the chat says the number 13 goes back to the time of the Knight Templars. We're gonna the Knight Templar is something that interests me because of the history in it. It's something that we will probably go into in a later episode. That way he doesn't know much about it.
No, I don't. I don't even know what it is.
So we will dive into Knight Templars, and I will make sure to get him up and up on that kind of news. Superstitions. What kind of other superstitions are out there that you know of?
I used to know like a bunch of stuff. It was like, don't break a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Don't walk under a ladder. Don't let a black cat cross your path.
So basically all the stuff that I just said.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, there's a lot to it, Nick. Yeah, there's a ton if you get into Knight Templar stuff. It is nuts, and it goes really heavily into the religious side of stuff, which we are not religious here, as you can see. And that's kind of something that I never really got into, but it really interests me. The holders of like the Jesus cloth or any kind of stuff like that. That stuff kind of interests me, and it might be something that we dive into in a future episode. But that is superstitions with Friday the 13th today, number 13.
So there's one thing I want to say.
Yep.
Is like praying superstition?
Is you would think so.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking too. Wouldn't it be superstition?
Yeah, if you're praying, because I get it. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like thinking to myself, is praying Superstition.
Because if you don't pray to God at night, you're going to not have a good sleep, and you're gonna be burdened with whatever got thrown on you that day that you're trying to appease your mind with. I get that. Yeah. As I just smacked my thing. So yeah, we really skate a really close. That's one thing. I don't want to really go into politics on this channel and religion. Religion's just going to open up a whole new bag of worms, and it's something I'm not versed into because I have my own beliefs in that kind of stuff. So it's something that if we get a bigger fan base, then we could, bounce some stuff off of other people and, what they think, religion and, what they believe and what they don't believe, whether religion ties into paranormal, because didn't you dive in the whole, well, Jesus was a zombie, right? Jesus came back to life, right?
That is true.
Yeah, so we go into the whole zombie aspect with that. That's paranormal. Somebody that can turn water into wine. Oh no, this is not good. My computer wanted to restart. That wouldn't have been very good.
Yeah, that would have been good.
That's weird though. Ooh. Epic. Who would have thought that my computer would have had to restart on Friday the 13th?
Whoa.
All right. I want to hop back to the horror movie thing. Have you seen Friday the 13th movies?
No. I might have watched the first one. No, I might have watched the first one. It's where he puts a bag over his head. He doesn't have the mask or anything.
That's the second one.
No, it's where these people are sitting around this camp, like when it first starts. Well, not camp. Campfire. They go to like the woods and everything, and then someone comes out of like the place pretending to be Jason, but then Jason actually comes and kills them all. And then like later on, they're in like the barn, and then Jason.
Yeah, that's the remake.
Oh, well then I've seen that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you've seen the remake, and you've obviously seen Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah.
But the original Friday the 13th, Jason wasn't even in the movie. It was his spoiler alert. If you guys haven't seen it, his mother was the killer in the first one.
And then doesn't she like bring him back during the second one?
No, she dies during the first one. But all along, Jason had been there, and he watched them kill his mom. So that's why he ends up being Rage Beast and coming out and killing people from 2 on to whenever. So in the chat here says Frank17 the second said, I'm Catholic, but I believe in some things like reincarnation that I don't think is part of religion. Yeah, and that's another slippery slope. I totally believe in reincarnation, even though I'm not religious.
Yeah, I believe in that too.
But there's just some things that, some stories that people, when they are going through life, they can remember stuff from a past life and not even know anything about this person. Go and look them up, and boom, they have memories of this person. They never crossed paths with this person ever before in their life.
And that's why sometimes you remember like places you have never been before.
Yeah. When you get that whole deja vu thing, you're like, where the fuck have I done this before?
Yeah.
There's one really interesting story that I read one time with reincarnation where this lady would just paint stuff, right? Yeah. And she would paint whatever her memories were, and it came out to be where somebody thought she was trying to pass off her paintings as being like this other guy's paintings, but this guy painted these like 100 years in the past, but she was painting the same exact things as what he painted. So was he reincarnated into this woman's body and redoing the entire same pictures?
Maybe your subconscious, and maybe it's like Doctor Who almost. Like the regeneration process. You have a different body and everything. Sometimes you lose part of your memory and everything, but there's still parts of your memory still there.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole reincarnation thing that really interests me. So let's go back here to the chat. Dude said, spoiler, first one is his mom. Hopefully he did you post that before we said it? I don't know. I have to go back and look at the tape. John Y says, I seen the original when I was in my teens. If you guys didn't know that Friday the 13th was, the first movie was the first movie that Kevin Bacon was in. And I think Kevin Bacon had one of the coolest death scenes in the entire series, where he's laying in bed and this poker gets stuck through the bottom of the bed and comes up through his neck. I thought that was an awesome death. What? Which death are you talking about?
Where Johnny Depp's death.
Oh, Johnny Depp's death, where he gets sucked into the waterbed and sprayed all over the freaking place. That was
pretty epic.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, Johnny Depp. That was Johnny Depp's very first movie too. Was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
So both Kevin Bacon, who's become a huge star, and Johnny Depp, monster star, started off in horror movies.
Yep.
So let's see what else is in the chat. Dude Jude reincarnation makes a lot of sense. Some spirits recycled, some go to other places, and some stay on Earth. Let's see. I can't spell good ever, says Dude Jude. My friend said his little brother was saying he was in a car that drove off a bridge. His brother doesn't know anything about that stuff from movies, and that his brother said he had a good life. Well, that's cool. If that his little brother was kind of remembering stuff from his past life. Was a dude says, I would like to be a guest sometimes, Nick, on Ghost Freaking Talking. Maybe. If you got some good stuff, dude Jude, I would definitely have an interview with you. Because if you guys haven't checked it out, last week I did an awesome interview with some good friends of mine, and they gave me some awesome true life horror stories, and which didn't happen but 2 streets away from where we're living right now.
Gasp.
Hooah! Was it Frank 17 said, and he died when he was in his 40s. He doesn't know if it's true though. Hey, it is what you make it, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that is superstitions, and we talked a little bit about horror movie. Because Jason, of course, tied to Friday the 13th. It is a full moon, so I guess we could maybe talk about werewolves. Do you believe in the werewolf?
No.
Do you believe that at some point in time there was a werewolf?
Yes.
Really? Because there's a big story back over in England or Ireland. I forget. I didn't do my homework because I just now remembered that was a full moon also. But, there was reports of a guy, there was a wolf that could stand up like a man, had the features of a man, and would go out and terrorize livestock and ended up killing their daughters and stuff like that. And then they killed him with a silver bullet. And he got shot by that silver bullet, and he just kind of disappeared and never was heard from again. And that was where the lore of the werewolf started. All right, so Frank17 said he doesn't know if that's true, though. Dude Jude says he wants to talk about the number 13.
Oh, yeah, that's where
Friday
I
the
learned
13th.
it. I heard of that story before. It was from Doctor Who.
What's that?
The werewolf.
And you, sir, have learned everything about everything through Doctor Who.
Yes, Doctor Who is actually really epic.
Doctor Who is fantasy, but they do draw a lot of actual history and try to actually teach you a little bit of. It's kind of like going to school, but being entertained by Doctor Who.
Yeah. Wish I can watch it again.
All right. So we are about 30 minutes into this episode. So thank you guys for hanging in at this point. At this point in time, we're going to pretend like we're pausing for a commercial break so I can insert the commercial break for our podcast. So stay tuned after this. And we're back. All right. So if you guys haven't, make sure to go to Ghost Freaking Talking on YouTube and hit that link for our merch shop and get yourself a Ghost Freaking Talking t-shirt. Help support your favorite paranormal guys. What is going on? Restarting in 4 minutes.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Click that notification bell.
No, don't go nowhere. But yeah, the computer wants to keep restarting. What the fuck is going on here tonight?
I mean, we only got 4 minutes left before it does restart.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, it said 4 minutes and 11 seconds before it restarts. That's why I said.
Oh, I just thought it said. Is that what's going to happen?
Yes.
Is it going to automatically restart here?
Yep, I'm thinking.
Oh, people, this is not good.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
Yeah, so we will hang on here, and if it just drops off, it drops off, and then we'll just kind of reboot this thing we got going on here tonight for our Ghost Box session. Why is that wanting to restart now? I said restart later, didn't I?
You just press cancel.
Did I?
Yeah, there was only 2 buttons, restart and cancel.
Fuck. Okay, so we got 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Can we do a Ghost Box session in 4 minutes?
I'm thinking.
All right. So what you don't know, the Spirit Box here will run through radio stations, and supposedly spirits can talk through white noise. Sounded like it just said Nick right off the bat. Is there anybody here with us tonight? I don't know if that sounds like a little bit like a radio bleed through.
Yeah, it sounds good. Radio.
Alright. Is there anybody here tonight with us? Me? Something came through and said me. What is your name? Did it say Peter? Did you say your name was Peter? Sure. I keep talking over it. Do you know what today is? Does today have any significance over in your world? It's saying something, but I don't know. I think I'm too close to the speaker to hear it. But I could have swore it said Peter. Alright, Peter, how many people are here tonight? 2.
That's pretty epic.
What's that?
It's pretty epic.
Yeah, alright. So, Peter just said that there's 2 people here, which is you and me.
Yeah.
How many spirits are with us? Peter, are you standing right next to me? Because I feel something on my arm. Peter, we've never heard from you before.
It sounds like a rain beat.
Peter, how old are you? It sounded like, did you say 18? Can you say something to us right now that will make us believe that you're sitting right here next to us? How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers, Peter? Sounded like you said 4. And we're done. Alright, let's see if this thing comes back alive. Let's see. Did this happen? Would this successfully come back alive? Yes! And I'm back with one viewer out there at least. More than likely it's Dude Jude. So welcome back to the stream. Weird stuff happens. Weird stuff happens here. Yeah, yay! I did make it. Oh man, it looks like we missed Mr. Hinkle. We were having some computer issues, and it was really weird how it would like replay like that last 5 seconds. Peter shut down the computer, but I don't know. For some reason, the computer kept wanting to do a restart, and I kept saying, "No, don't restart," and then all of a sudden, it just did a whole restart. That is very embarrassing when you're trying to do an actual show. But as you see, my partner in crime here, being sick and all, he couldn't hang for the restart, so he went to bed. He was barely hanging on there to begin with. So I guess I will sit here and chat with you guys. And if you guys don't mind, I'm going to fire back up the spirit box here and see if Peter is still here. If you guys were watching a little earlier, we had a spirit named Peter come across the spirit box. Alright, what I'm turning on here is a K2 meter to see if there is any kind of electrical manifesto going around. So I'm going to set this here because earlier it felt like an electricity on my arm coming across. Yeah, oh no more Jigglehead. No, he's sick. I'll give him a pass this time around, and I will finish up the show here tonight. I will give you guys some bonus spirit box session here. So what I might do is I might repost this episode later on this channel and cut out the whole missing the last 15 minutes part for a computer restart. Alright, so here we go. Going back to the spirit box. And once again, the spirit box is, if you guys don't know, is a box that has dual radios in it, and it sweeps through radio stations really fast, so all we get is white noise, and spirits are said to be able to speak through it. And if you guys didn't hear earlier, we were getting some pretty good stuff coming through here. We had a spirit come through named Peter. Told me exactly how many people were in the room at the time. All right, Peter, are you still here? That's radio bleed through. You can definitely tell when it's radio bleed through and when it's an actual spirit coming across. Is there anybody still here with me? Hi. Is that Peter? It sounded like just like your voice earlier, Peter. Are you still Peter or are you somebody else? Sound like a little kid. That's radio. I don't know how well this is coming across out there. Can I please speak to Peter again? It was unfair to him that we got disconnected like that. Something came across, I didn't hear it. If you guys hear anything that I don't, make sure to put it in the chat. Sorry? What are you sorry for? You're not coming across very loud like you were earlier. Getting a lot of radio bleed through tonight. No, dude, I can't have a guest on going through this way. If there's anybody here with me right now, can you please tell me your name? If Peter's not here, you have to have a name. Who are you? Is Jake here? We've talked to Jake before. No? Alright, so Jake's not here. Is Lexi here? Lexi, can I talk to you? I just posted your video on YouTube, Lexi. Are you not going to talk because Trent's not here? I just said something. Why are you shy? You can talk to me, you know this. It's really light, whatever's coming through. I can't make it out. Do you know if anybody on the internet that's watching us, do you know any of their names? Do you even know what internet is? That's radio. It's really weird to actually get radio bleeding through here tonight. Usually I don't ever get radio bleed through. I'm not getting anything on the K2. I'm not getting any kind of voices whatsoever on this thing besides radio bleed through. You know, so sometimes you just gotta think, is something's tied to some people? Maybe Trent is a beacon for these things. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I think too, Dude. Dude in the chat says she wants to talk to talk to Trent. Yeah, there is nothing coming through this right now. I don't feel the energy that I had earlier with Peter. Ooh, something bad just went through. What was that? Alright, now I feel something behind, like, right across my neck. Like, right here. Is there somebody right here touching me? I didn't give you permission to touch me. Who's me? What's your name, me? Yeah, I totally have goosebumps right now from there's like a cool draft behind my neck. Who's behind me? Who was that? Really? Well, you know what's really weird is that voice that just came across sounded like Kevin, Mr. Hinkle. That was really weird. Do you want me to leave you guys alone tonight? Is it because it's no longer Friday the 13th on the East Coast? Yeah. It just said sure. Alright. If you want me to turn this... If you want me to turn this off, I want you to come and hit this meter right now. Make it blink for me. And it's really weird how it's not saying anything right now. It said a couple of little things, but I don't even feel that cool. My body's starting to warm back up now, and I don't feel whatever. Oh, that was weird. Something just hit me. Something just hit me right in my elbow. Alright, well, you are letting the people down out there. People came here to hear you. People want to hear you speak. Say something. Something just tried to come through. Nothing's coming across on the K2. K2 has not blinked one bit. But when Trent was here, this thing was blipping and we were talking to Peter. I guess we just can't let him go away sick next time. Alright. Well, that was kind of disappointing. Besides a couple of weird feelings that I was actually getting. I had a cool breeze along my neck and then something hit my arm. And I want to say something came across for a second on there, but nothing that was very very noticeable. But yeah, that was weird because a voice came across, sounded just like Kevin Hinkle. That was weird. I don't know how well it goes in the playback. Maybe I'll have to listen back here when we get off of here. But I want to thank everyone for hanging in. For those that... Uh-oh. Now the K2's... The K2 is blinking now. You guys can't see it. It's on the table here, but it went to about a yellow on the K2. Do you want me... If you want me to turn the spirit box back on, make this K2 meter blink again, please. What? Yeah, it did, Nick. Yeah, Kevin, there is a voice that came across our spirit box. It was your voice, Mr. Hinkle. That was really odd. So maybe it was the time shift from when you were actually sitting over here. But yeah, this K2 meter, it just went bloop when I said I was going to shut it down. All right, I'm not going to turn it back on then. You made your presence known that you don't want this turned back on. Really weird. All right, guys. Like I said, I tried to watch earlier, and your stream just kept looping the "How many fingers, Peter?" over and over and over and over. Yeah, it was really weird how it did that. Then all of a sudden my computer was like, "Oh, it is time for your update." So it updated, and we came back, and I'll see how it fixes itself on the stream. Otherwise, I might have to repost the stream. And it said to talk with Dude Jude Nick. Hinkle says I closed out the app multiple times and always the same Twilight Zone. It was really weird because I was trying to type in the chat, and every time I went to go back in to type in the chat, it was the "How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up?" So it's really weird how it did that. But yeah, you missed it earlier. We were talking to a spirit named Peter. The computer shut down. Trent is sick, so he decided to go to bed. And when I got the computer back up, nothing was really wanting to come across this except for that creepy Kevin Hinkle voice that came across the radio. I did have a cool bruise in the back of my neck and something hit my arm, but that was about it. But I am actually going to wrap it up here. Seeing the spirit box doesn't want to talk anymore. K2 has gone silent. I don't know if I still have it downloaded or not, but I could see if I have the Eye Ovilus. I didn't say that, Nick. Spooky Times, my voice, I'm dead. Yeah, exactly. You need to go back and listen to it. But I do have a phone app here. It's called the Eye Ovilus. Supposedly, spirits can manipulate the database that's on your phone and can come up with words using there's like a dictionary of words on here. So let's see if this will do anything here tonight. I am very skeptical of the app, but I did have one meaningful conversation through the app once, and a couple of times there was something that came across while hunting that was kind of in particular of what we got here. All right, so Ovilus is on. If there's a spirit here, please come over here and let's talk through the Ovilus. You don't want to talk through the K2, and you don't want to talk through the spirit box. I will give you guys about a minute to talk through the Eye Ovilus, and I don't know if you guys can really make out, but this is what the Eye Ovilus looks like. And usually, even when you fire it up, it'll say some kind of gibberish, but it didn't even say that tonight. All right, so all right, and the threat, it just came across and said threat. Did I threaten you tonight? Are you threatening me? The Eye Ovilus just came across and said threat. THREAT, threat. That box saying Brickhead at Tinker Swiss house was insane. It was pretty insane. To hear a spirit in your house reference No. The Iobolus just said spring and then strange. Yeah, it was strange. Yeah, we were. It wasn't the springtime. All right, so can we say anything meaningful through this Iobolus? But yeah, going back to the whole Tinker Swiss thing, the spirit, our spirit that is in the house was named at Tinker Swiss. Then it said push the red button and it's at Brickheads. That was totally insane. If you guys haven't seen that, make sure to head to our YouTube channel, or if you are already here on YouTube, make sure to check out that video. It's posted in the Rewind series. It's called Haunted Tinker Swiss. Bacon. The Iobolus just said bacon. I mean, who wouldn't love bacon? But this thing's not much of anything here tonight, so I'm going to turn off the Iobolus because when you start talking bacon, even though we did talk about Kevin Bacon earlier, being in the Jason movie, but I'm going to wrap it up because I am well over our limit, I believe now, even though I was shut down for a few minutes. All right, guys, so I want to thank my co-host Trent. Sorry, he got feeling way underneath the weather. He's not doing too well, so he ended up going to bed. If you rewatch or listen to the beginning of this podcast, you'd be like, yeah, wow, that dude needed to go. So hopefully he gets better, and just tune in for next week's episode. I believe next week we're going to talk about haunted dolls. I want to talk about dolls. I'm not really talking Chucky, but I'm pretty sure we will get into the whole Child's Play discussion with the haunted dolls. All right, guys. So I am Nick. Make sure to hit our merch shop and help support your favorite paranormal podcast and buy yourself a Ghost Frickin' Talkin' t-shirt. We have t-shirts, we have dog bandanas, we have coffee cups, we have stickers. So go out and check that out. The link is in the description of this video below. Trying to catch up with a couple of the comments here in the chat before I close off. Frank17 said I should get the device and bring it to where I saw my poppy when I was younger. Do it if you can. I totally am in love with the Spirit Box. Spirit Box, we've had some incredible stuff with that Spirit Box. So if you can afford it, it's a bit pricey. I believe it's over $100, but it has been well worth it for us. All right, so once again, I'm Nick. Make sure to give us a 5-star review on iTunes if you're listening via podcast, or if you guys are checking us out, via another podcast. However, they do some rankings on there, so people can get to knowing what we're doing here at GFT, Ghost Frickin' Talkin'. And if you have a spooky story you want to share with us, we will read it live on the air. It is at ghostft@yahoo.com. So type it up, send it in, and we will read your story. We need some spooky stories for future episodes. All right, guys, I am Nick once again saying always stay spooky. But in spirit of Trent, since he's not here, write in your ghost stories because everyone's got a story to tell. All right, guys. Good evening and happy, was it Friday the 13th?